So it's great to be here today. I'm James Banks, Chief Executive at London Funders. Would you like to start by just telling us a bit about who you are, where you work, what you do?
I'm Rebecca Roberts. I'm Associate Director of Programmes and Partnerships at City Bridge Foundation.
Fantastic. And we're here today to talk a bit about City Bridge Foundation's new policy. Can you tell us a bit about why that was needed?
We've been serving London for almost 900 years through our bridges, but over the last 30 years, we've also been distributing funding to London's voluntary sector. We've been through a turbulent few years with a pandemic, economic crisis and shocks, and the charity sector and frontline communities have borne the brunt of that. So London's changed and we needed to change with it. So it was important for us to look at how we fund and what we fund and develop a new funding policy to reflect the needs of London today.
Those are really big issues that you're keen to focus on, really systemic problems and big challenges that are facing Londoners. How have you gone about developing that new strategy?
Well, we knew we couldn't do it in isolation. It was really important to us that we reached out and consulted and engaged and researched and talked to those organisations working across London to build a fairer London. And we heard a very clear message from them. One was that they needed more than short-term project funding. They wanted to do more than just tackle the symptoms of poverty and inequality. And to work towards tackling root causes. And to do that, they needed long-term core flexible funding to give them the time, space and resource to think strategically and to act boldly to tackle some of the kind of biggest problems that London's facing today.
So behind the words in the strategy, you're obviously going to eventually fund projects and organisations. Have you got examples of the kind of work you're wanting to fund?
Sure, we're still working out some of the detail of the programmes before we launch later this year, but we do know that we will be prioritising grassroots community-led organisations, those that are meeting needs and supporting people to navigate everyday injustices and some of the problems that they face, but with a much larger emphasis than we've had before on catalysing change and working to translate some of that frontline experience and knowledge about what's happening on the ground into policy change and working towards tackling root causes.
Indeed, and there's quite a lot of change that it will feel like is needed from the consultation you've done with Londoners and with civil society. And some of that can feel like the future is a very challenging place to be. How do you feel about the future?
I am hopeful, I'm optimistic. We have an amazing sector out there with the resilience, the creativity and the commitment and knowledge about what's needed. And we're really looking forward to working with them over the next 10 years. And we've set out a 10-year policy and we're working to that 10-year horizon because we know that change takes time, and we are not yet the finished article. We're also making changes about how we work as well. So, we're looking forward to this journey and being on it with our kind of partners within the sector.
And City Bridge Foundation has been a strong supporter of London civil society for many, many years. What message would you have for people out there in civil society at the moment?
It would be thank you for engaging with us on the consultation today, and please hold us to account and challenge us, but also we look forward to working with you over the next 10 years.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.